We're the adults of the future, and so we're the ones who can change it. And yeah, because current adults, no offence, have messed it up slightly.
Welcome to the 6th Baines Youth Climate Summit. We're just going to give you a little brief about the timetable, how it's going to work, and what the purpose is for the summit this year, and what we hope that you'll get out of it.
And so the purpose of today as well is slightly to listen to inspirational speakers that will help inspire you, to connect with a group of young people who are all like-minded, and to connect schools together and form a network of schools over the sort of Baines and Bath area that can all work together to make a real change in not only in our local area but also in the whole world.
We're young people, we care about these issues so much. The theme of the event was Visions for Transition, so it was all around how can we move to systems which are more sustainable, more ethical, a more beautiful world.
We began to recognise that it wasn't just about fighting other people's fights. In fact, there was something far bigger at play outside those windows of the courtroom, and that the earth itself was in need of a good lawyer.
When you see the scale that this is happening on, and you see how efficiently we're emptying the oceans of sharks, it terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies.
All that food being wasted in Kenya, a quarter of the population are undernourished. Imagine a quarter of the population, but there's actually tons of food. There's enough food for everybody in the world.
If you really let it sink in, you would know that a species that allows itself to pollute and kill the very place where it originated from is a species that is in deep trouble. It's lost its way.
The oceans talk was the shark fin soup, because we've decided we're going to do an assembly on it at our school.
And it was just so hard-hitting how immoral, and it was just because the cruelty involved.
We have huge problems with housing, of course, so I'm sure many of you are aware of. But the answer to that is there's also 600,000 empty homes in Britain, lots of them in the North and the Midlands. We need to work on regional development policy.
So this is kind of a better, more nutritious version of refined sugar, okay? So we can feel a little bit better.
In the next couple of years, we'll have some of the biggest wind farms coming online to actually provide a lot to bolster that renewable quotient in our energy supply. So we're kind of getting up there. In terms of Europe, we are probably going to...
The earth is turning always round till morning, and from morning round till night.
And we've just got lunch, and all the food has been taken from Fair Share. So it's like food that was going to be chucked away. So we've got like pizza from Pizza Express, and we've got like sauce and pasta and veg and stuff. And we've got dessert as well, but I didn't pick any up because I'm going to see if I can finish this first.
Ben is actually...
I was shocked because we had just had a delicious dinner, and the food was completely from products which would have been thrown into the bin. And I just had a little bit of it, and believe me, it was brilliant.
Who can change it? It is us. We are the generation that is going to have to change it, because after our generation, our children, I think it will have gone too far for the scales.
The education that we have at the moment, we're not really taught about these issues. This is why it's so important to have events like this, so that we can hear about these issues, and like-minded people can get together, because that's the best way.
Youth Climate Summit is because the young people of today are the people who are going to have to be on this world for the longest amount of time. Previous generations have slightly got it wrong. Maybe they didn't really know what they were doing when the Industrial Revolution started. I'm sure no one ever thought anything like this would happen. And so it's really our responsibility now to make things right for the future generations.
The statistics always say in 30 years' time we'll run out of this, in 20 years' time this is going to happen, by the end of the century, etc., etc. That's not going to affect the older generation, but it is going to affect us and the next generation still, and that's why it's our responsibility to have to clear up and to make sure that we nip it now and stop all of the issues that are happening concerning climate change and sustainability.
The reasons that people of all ages love to work with the young people and love to contribute to this Youth Climate Summit is because the young people who come are so amazing. They're amazing when they arrive, and after they've had 2 days of inspirational speeches and workshops, they're even more amazing, and they go out really, really happy and energized and completely committed to taking action in order to create a fairer, more sustainable and more beautiful world.